Daphne.
I think a little different than that. I'm right at the very end of Scorpio. I'm only 2 days away from Sagittarius. So I'll tell you how the two kind of mesh together. My basic self, I think, is very emotional. I have like 6 planets in water, 4 planets in Scorpio. So I'm really led by my emotions, and I'm always trying to get a hold of my emotions or running away from me. Sort of moody, emotional, very intense, I've been told. Let's see, what else? I was really born very mystical when I was a kid. I could see energy around people, it's very psychic, could see spirits, and so pretty much grew up like that, very psychic, very much into being spiritual since I was a little kid. And that's sort of like part of Scorpio, that we're supposed to be very psychic and very spiritual. So that part of me is like very true. Also, they say Scorpios are supposed to be very secretive, and I'm really not like that. I don't think. I'm generally pretty open. You ask me a question, and you know, I think I was too forthcoming growing up. I was just like spilling everything. And as maturity, I think I'm trying to get more discreet, and you know,
and we're maturity again.
I like actually a little more Scorpio, a little more hold back my information now. So that's just really been with me. I'm not that really hidden. Also, Scorpios can be kind of a hermit. They can kind of go into their cave in their little shell and stay in there for months. But my Sagittarius side is, you know, I could be like a hermit, like be in my house for days, and then the other side of me loves to party. You know, I love to go out and party and sing and interact and network with people. And so the Sagittarius kind of is more outgoing. And I'm much more, I'm an extrovert, and generally Scorpios are sort of more introverted, and they say...
Depends on the person.
Depends on the Scorpio.
Okay.
Yeah, so Scorpios can, you know, both of you talk about how you can see things in other people if they don't even see them themselves. That's very Scorpionic. You know, there isn't, all the water signs have a psychic ability. Cancer is more like psychic about people you care about, or just how your children are doing, things like that. The Scorpio is just the ability to see other people.
Just kind of reading heads.
I want to add in that, you know, the whole secretive thing is, I don't think it's so that, I don't think it's like we're secretive, we're ruled by Pluto, you know, which represents a deep unconscious. So we just don't do surface party talk real well. We're not interested.
Small talk.
Small talk. We don't do small talk. So if it's not deep and significant and intense, I'm not interested.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And see, like with me, that doesn't apply. I can do small talk, and you know, I can get it, but pretty quick I can get them into the deep stuff.
Marco, your turn.
Well, you know, I was listening to everyone as they were going on, and I think a lot of my stuff, and I think I am a Leo rising, but I'm more Leo, you know, more than the Scorpio. I think I'm really an entertainer type, and I love to be in front of the camera. And when I went to acting school, it was like, oh, my element. I loved being in front of the camera. But as far as you know, I think I was more intense as a younger kid. I felt like I was from Mars. I felt like no one understood me, so like I was always a lot more uptight, and I think I mellowed with age. And I feel really, but a lot, as being a Scorpio, I don't think I'm really secretive, but I was always raised with a lot of women. So it was me and my mother and my sisters. So I was with a lot of yentas and stuff. So I couldn't be secretive because they were always dragging stuff out of me. So I think that I'm comfortable that way. But as far as intensity, as far as, you know, like I wrote a book and it was about helping understanding with hair. Everyone said, oh, hairdressers mess up. So I said, what is it? Must be communication. So I wrote a book on communication. So I was into trying to explain to people. So
and transforming their image.
And transforming their image. I love to do that. It's like, you know, it's like you know, as we grow up, our values change, our vision change, how we want to present ourselves change. Okay, let's change the look, and that's how
Right.
so
the word transformation has come up a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in different ways,
Yeah.
but it's all like wanting to change people, things, businesses to a new level.
And I did that in my work too.
Right.
Counseling transformation.
Exactly.
So a lot of times Scorpio can see all the undersides to things, and you don't want to just talk about that too. I mean, that's why Scorpios tend to be secretive, like you were saying, you don't want to tell all the deep underlying things. You know, because most people just want to keep it at this level, and Scorpios are seeing at this level a lot of times. And you don't want to talk about that. Not because you don't, a lot of times the person just can't listen exactly, especially in the context.
Okay, so I think that's, so thank you so much.